Hey everybody, so I'm just gonna do a fast grocery haul. So since I'm eating better, I'll just show you some of the things I got from the store. So to start off, I just got some regular cherries, which let me just tell you they're expensive. And I got these apple bites, and they're basically peeled. I mean, they're probably not the best because they possibly could have chemicals, because I mean they're peeled already and they're exposed to air. So I just got these to try these out. And then also I still love my ketchup, and this right here is no salt ketchup. And today I will be cooking a low sodium or even no sodium meatloaf. So I'm going to use some of the Heinz no salt. And then I found this Annie's balsamic dressing, which I am eating more salads. It looks like it has, so for 2 tablespoons, it's 60 milligrams of salt. Well, I never had this dressing before. My mind just went blank. So we'll try that. And then I also got, of course, just like the basic things like pepper, which I was out of. Oh no, it's all dented. It's messed up. And then I also like this Akashi cereal, and it is Cinnamon Harvest, and it actually has no sodium. So I usually, if I'm on the run for work, I'll just eat this for breakfast. And then I also got some mangoes, a lot of mangoes, because I love mangoes. So they're on sale right now, so I got probably 2 or 3 pounds or even more of mangoes. I really love mangoes, so they're on sale. I don't know this particular brand of mangoes. Last time I bought them from the store, they're really juicy. This is what they're called. So I got those. And then for some reason I couldn't find turkey meat. So I got some organic ground beef, which is a little bit better than just regular ground beef. But I also got white potatoes to go with the meatloaf, which I'm gonna try to make mashed potatoes, but I was reading that some potatoes have at least like 15 milligrams of salt for one, but I'm gonna do more research to figure that out. So yeah, here is the Kobe style ground beef, which is really expensive, but it was on sale today. Yeah, so it looks like 4 ounces is about 75 milligrams of salt. So whenever I'll measure what I'm gonna eat today. So I got that. Okay, just a small thing of ground beef. And then I also got some onions, because I'm too lazy to dice them myself, but these are already diced and they're non-GMO, which is kind of cool. And then, of course, I got some, I shouldn't be drinking milk, but I've tried to drink almond milk, which I'm not a fan of. But I'm thinking about, they also have cashew milk and some other milks that you could try. And then also, I got this as a treat. This it's on root beer, but this has, I mean, it has a lot of sugar. But this is not like I'm gonna be drinking every day, but this is like 5 milligrams of salt. So this is kind of like a treat, maybe like once a week I'll have it. My camera's not focusing, okay. So I got that. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for my grocery haul, so. Oh, I just know, I feel like eating more cleaner is a lot more money, but I'm also gonna go to Trader Joe's tomorrow and see what they have. But also stay tuned for this video, because we're gonna do a recipe. So there it is. Alright, hey everybody, so we are going to kind of wing this recipe. So as you can tell, I'm gonna do a low sodium, no sodium meatloaf. So the first thing I have is this Kobe ground beef, which has about 75 milligrams of sodium for 4 ounces. So I bought 2 packets, and pretty much all they had in the store was just 2. And then I also have this ground beef meal, but I'm cutting back on my sodium because I can only have 1,500 milligrams a day. So they're out of the Kobe beef in the packets they have. So I just bought this ground beef, which is the same thing, 85% and then 15% fat. So what you want to do is get a large bowl. I don't know if this is anybody else's phobia, but I hate touching raw meat. It's just, I don't know. I think it's just because there's a lot of bacteria that just freaks me out, but I hate touching raw anything. So we'll just squeeze it in there. Oh. Okay, that's good enough, so we'll just put that there. Anybody let me know, whoever's watching, if you have any low sodium like dinner ideas. And if you're wondering why do I have so much ground beef, what I like to do is I also have a family, so I just make big portions, and then also if anybody's hungry later, I usually like to cook early because I don't like to spend most of my evenings just like, you know, it's where I live, it's really hot outside, so I prefer not to be by the oven when it's 110 outside, and then in here it's, I mean, it's a little bit cooler, but not by much. But anyways, I like to make big portions because you could either save this for work, or you could also, you know, save this for leftovers, which I personally don't mind leftovers. But, I mean, this can last probably like 2 or 3 days. You can have this for lunch and dinner. Okay, since I forgot to pick up paprika, so the spices we're gonna use are this Mrs. Dash, and this is just the original blend. And then also, I don't have any paprika, but you know what? We'll just use some chili powder. Okay, so we're gonna use some chili powder. This has very minimal salt, so we won't use too much. So I'll just do 1. Plus, I don't want my meatloaf to be spicy. Actually, it's barely coming out of the top. Okay, we'll just... Okay, that should be good. Oh, I forgot to put in, I was talking about the Mrs. Dash. Okay, so we'll put in Mrs. Dash. This is basically salt-free, so I love Miss Dash. Okay, and then I also have some onion powder. Maybe just a little bit more. And then pepper, of course. Everybody needs a little pepper in their life. So 1 egg has about 70 milligrams of salt, so we're gonna do 1 egg. And since we don't have the panko, you know, hopefully the egg will help it bind, you know, together a little bit better. And then we're also going to add onion. I personally don't like to chop onion, so I usually just buy this pre-made onion. I mean, it's not priced too bad, but we'll just put, yeah, some onion in there. And don't mind me, this is just winging it as a recipe, so hopefully it turns out good. We'll find out. So then what you want to do is just mix all this together, and you want to make sure you mix it well too. So make sure you get the egg in there. And this is the part I really hate, is like combining all of these. Ugh, especially the egg, it just freaks me out. So yeah, just kind of get in there and Just kind of mix it all up. I wish we had smell-o-vision because this actually smells really good. But I'm gonna add a little bit more spices to it. So I'll add a little bit more pepper. I can open this up. My nails are... Don't want to break a nail. Okay, whatever. We'll just use this side. So add a little bit more pepper, and then a little more onion powder. Ah! It's almost like flour. This stuff is really powdery. Okay. And then just a pinch more of paprika. I want my food to have some flavor, so. And then we'll also add in the ketchup right now too. It's just so awesome they have no salt ketchup. I mean, it probably has a lot more sugar, which is not good, but I mean, I love my ketchup. This ketchup was also really expensive for this. How many ounces? 14 ounces was $4. Like, really? I don't know if it was just the grocery store or if that's how much it usually costs everywhere, but I'm also gonna look at Walmart to see if it's a lot cheaper. Even though I hate going to Walmart, it's just, every time I go into Walmart, it's just always where I live, it's busy and it's just frustrating. I prefer to go to Target. Well, tomorrow I'm gonna be going to Trader Joe's. So we're gonna, this is kind of weird, just like squeeze in the ketchup. Okay, that's probably good enough. And then we'll put some on top. Okay, so we'll finally get this all the way mixed in. And then once we do that, we'll start baking it. Yeah, I think I probably did add a little bit too much ketchup. Or actually, no, once I get it all mixed in, it'll be fine. And to me, I mean, it smells like meatloaf right now. Just like the regular meatloaf. I really wish they would have no salt packets for meatloaf. I mean, I was at the store and I saw no salt chili packets, which was kind of interesting. I mean, maybe I'll make chili. I mean, obviously I can't use canned beans because canned beans have a lot of salt. But I could, I guess, soak. I really, to be honest, I don't know how to make beans. I mean, not make beans, but like cook beans from scratch. But hey, I'll learn. I know you have to soak them overnight. There's a recipe I saw. Okay, so that looks like it's pretty good. It's mixed pretty well. So we'll probably bake this. I'll put the oven in about 375, and then we'll bake it, I guess, for an hour. We'll see. Well, yeah, we'll start at 375, and then I'm gonna place mine in a glass container. You know what, maybe I'll spray, I just washed my hands, I'll spray a little bit of some olive oil in there so it's not gonna stick. That's probably a good idea because I don't want the bottom to burn, and then I also think I'll cover it with foil too. That's probably a good idea. I really love the pan olive oil that you can spray on there. It's just really convenient to use. So here's the pan olive oil, and we'll just spray it in here. I'll leave this recipe linked below, even though it's kind of, you know, just like not really a recipe I found, but it's kind of more of what we can throw together to make meatloaf. So I have a feeling this will turn out really good. So as you can tell, we have a lot of beef. Okay, you kind of want to mold it too into like a meatloaf style. There we go. Perfect. So that is ready to go. So we're gonna place it in the oven at 375 for about an hour. We'll put some ketchup on top. And then we'll show you the final results and how it looks and how it's gonna taste. This should last for at least a couple days if everybody doesn't eat it in one day. I mean, I wouldn't recommend this meal once a week. This is kind of like a comfort, low sodium meal. Okay, so we'll kind of put the ketchup on the top. We'll cover in foil and we'll put it in the oven. And then, I mean, if the ketchup sticks to the foil, we can always just add some more ketchup later.